Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were just started as a Van Husserl's A and B. This article was published in JACS. JACS means Journal of American Chemical Society, and the corresponding author or the main author is NC, that is Casey Nicolou, and he described the total synthesis of originally assigned structures of Van Husserl's A and B. What we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss about the originally assigned structure of Van Husserl's A and B. That two structure, how they have originally assigned structure, that we are going to see. Let's see. The topic of discussion is Van Husserl's A and B. Now let's see here. The structure number 1 is Van Husserl A, which I am going to represent over here. First is the target molecule, because this is a natural product, and natural product, they are exhibiting the biological activity, and therefore the scientists get attracted to synthesize such kind of the natural products. And let's see the structure of Van Husserl A. See over here, I am drawing the structure of Van Husserl A first. See, this is the 5-membered ring, I am showing like this. Then that 5-membered ring further attached to another 5-membered ring. You observe this carefully, it will be easy to draw these structure in whenever you practice it, you will find it will be very easy to draw such structures. So clearly here I am joining the 6-membered ring to this 5-membered ring. Now further this 6-membered ring I am joining another 5-membered ring, which is shown here like this, and to this another 5-membered ring I am showing with its geometry. See over here, and this 5-membered ring I am again joining another 5-membered ring showing stereochemistry. Observe carefully, this is a 5-membered ring which I have shown over here. Now at this corner point I am showing once again there is one tertiary alcohol group which I am showing over here. See, at this corner point or at this junction I am showing one hydroxy group. Now at this corner point, which is above the plane, there I am showing acetyl group attached to it. Then at this corner point I am showing that hydroxyl group which is below the plane. Now I am coming back to the first 5-membered ring. There I am joining one of the group which is isopropylene group. I am joining like this, and at this corner point I am showing one of the group which is acetyl group OAC, and now at this corner point there are already 3 bonds, and one of the hydrogen atom definitely it is above the plane, and that I am showing like this. And at this corner point again there is a junction. At this junction there is a one hydrogen atom, and that one hydrogen atom I am showing that is below the plane. Now this 6 membered ring, if you observe this structure carefully, you will find there are 5 membered rings. 5 membered rings. How many are there? And 6 membered ring. 6 membered ring. How many are there? That are the characteristic of this compound. 5 membered ring. If you see carefully this structure, you will find here one 5 membered ring, another 5 membered ring, and only one 6 membered ring is present, and which containing double bond, means cyclohexene type of the compound, means one double bond present over there. And now here there is a one junction. At this junction the hydrogen atom there, which is once again it is below the plane. Now look at this junction. Here at this junction there are 4 bonds already there, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and but here one of the hydrogen atom, one of the group which is attached over there, so it should be aldehyde group, and which is just shown below the plane. So that is a representation. So this is a structure of Van-Ussel A. This is a complete structure of Van-Ussel A. Now what is our point? To find out how many 5 membered rings are present in Van-Ussel A structure. If you find, there you will find there are total number of 5 membered ring. Only 5 membered ring and 6 membered ring, they are joined each other, and that carbon framework. And in Van-Ussel A there are C13 carbon framework is present. That is another characteristic. This is one of the characteristics. Second characteristic, and third one or first one, there are C13 carbon framework. Carbon frameworks are there. So now here the 5 total number of 5 membered ring, how many 5 membered rings are present in this Van-Ussel A? If you count here properly, you will find there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 membered, 5 rings are present. 5 membered and the 5 rings are present, and they are like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See, here 2 5 membered rings are joined to each other. They are shown here stereochemically this. So these are 3 and these 2, and therefore total are 5 membered rings are 5. Now 6 membered ring, there are only 1 6 membered rings present. So here, and which containing the carbon-carbon double bond and having one of the aldehyde group attached to that 6 membered ring jointly with this common 2 5 membered rings. So this is the structure. See, this structure is very complicated. So by looking its architecture molecular, then it shows biological activity. And now the number of chiral center, how many number of chiral centers are present? What do you think? Can you tell me how many number of chiral centers are present? So, or there again one more characteristic of that Van Ussel A, you remember how many rings are present, number of rings present here, number of rings, total. So look at here, 5 membered ring and 1 6-membered ring. So total becomes as a 6 number of rings are present in a Van Ussel A. Now number of chiral center. Now you can start from here. Look at here. Starting from here, you can count the number of carbon atoms. Here, not number of carbon atom, number of chiral center. And chiral center, as we know that chiral means what? The 4 different group attached to carbon atom is known as a chiral center or the asymmetric carbon atom. The carbon carries 4 different group is known as a chiral center. If chiral centers are there, there is a possibility of they are showing one of the very important property that is called as optical activity. And optical activity is the one of the physical property of the organic compound. This is a natural product, they exhibit or they show as a optical activity due to the presence of chiral center over here. And number of chiral centers are here, so that we are going to find out shortly, because that is one of the characteristic of this Van Ussel A. Now if you see here, look at here, is it a chiral center? No, because 2 bonds there will be a 2 hydrogen atom. So it is not the chiral center, it is now also not chiral center. Let's begin with this. Is it a chiral center? Yes. There are 4 different groups, you can label it over here. It is one of the chiral center. Now look at this carefully. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center, you can label it. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center, you can label it. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Now look at here. This is a 4 carbon atom, that is a quaternary carbon atom, that is the speciality of it. And therefore, is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center. So now look at here. Is it a chiral center? Yes, 4 different groups attached to this carbon atom. Therefore, definitely it will be a chiral center. Now look at this. Is it a chiral center over here? Yes. Look at 1, 2, 3 and 1 of the hydrogen. This is a chiral center present over here. Now look at here. Is it a chiral center? Yes. It is also as a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes. It is also as a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes. It is also as a chiral center. And lastly, is it a chiral center? Yes. It is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? No. See, there are 2 same group, methyl groups are there, and this is different, but 2 methyl group are same, therefore it is not the chiral center. Now you can count the stars, means whatever carbon atom we labeled over here, you just count properly, and here, start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. There are 13 chiral centers are present in the Van Ussel A, and these are the sum of the notable, or what we can call it as a probable characteristic of that Van Ussel A. So this Van Ussel carbon 13 frameworks are present over here. So if you count the number of carbon atoms over there, so you will find there will be a 13 carbon numbers are there. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 20 and this is a 30. So these are the number of carbon atom present over here. So don't count this acetyl carbon atom because that is a belonging to as a functional group, that is not in the framework. They are directly connecting that to the that look at here. Then why we are counting as a carbon number as a carbonyl, because this carbon attached over here, this carbon is not attacking to that acetyl group because this is the bond which is attacking which is attached to the via oxygen atom, and therefore that acetyl group is not considered here as a carbon framework. So total number of carbon atom present in the Van cell A are 13. So just now we counted in the, now let me draw another structure, the structure number second, and which is a Van cell B. Here the structure number second is a Van cell B. I am going to draw over here. Not let me draw properly. That is a Van cell A that we have seen. Now is a Van cell B. That the structure we are going to find here. And we are going to see the major difference between Van cell A and Van cell B. Now first of all, let me draw the structure again. Watch properly, carefully, then you will find I am drawing here, this is a 5-membered ring, and this 5-membered ring further attached to another 5-membered ring, and this 5-membered ring further connected to 6-membered ring, and 6-membered ring has one double bond. Then this 6-membered ring further attached to the 5-membered ring, and that 5-membered ring now is joined with another 5-membered ring, and there is shown as a stereochemical that type, and this 5-membered ring now I am connecting over here. So here directly directly I am showing over here, this is a bond which I am representing over here like this. This is a thick bond and one is a dotted line. It means that this is below the plane and this is above the plane, and then join with the 5-membered ring. Now let me draw one of the structure over here. There is hydroxy group as it is. At this corner point there is a hydroxyl group which is below the plane, and there is a hydroxyl group which must be above the plane, because this is the very important point over here. There are two 5-membered ring involved here or consist here, and now there only change. Look at here, acetyl group, here is a hydrogen atom, that is a change, and rest of the thing here at this point the hydroxy group which is below the plane. Now come to that, here at this corner point there is a group which is below the plane. Now this 5-membered ring, and 5-membered ring has acetyl group at this position. Now at this corner point there is a one hydroxy group which is above the plane, and at this corner point there is a one hydrogen atom which is below the plane. Now come to this corner point, there is a one of the group which is the hydrogen atom which is below the plane. Now there are 4 bond is already there, and now here we can show another bond over here. Here is a aldehyde group which is as it is, and now this is the structure of Van cell B. What is the major difference? How do you recognize whether this is the structure of Van cell A and this is the structure of Van Ussel B. Only one major difference is there. Look at here is the acetyl group. AC means acetyl group. It is known as a acetyl group, and acetyl group are O, C double bond O, CH3. That is the group. Acetyl means only, not this one. Only acetyl group, C double bond O, CH3. This group is referred as a acetyl, and acronym is a AC. And here is the oxygen atom, that is a ester groups are there. Now acetyl group get replaced by hydroxy, and therefore we can call it as a Van Ussel B. In this article we are going to synthesize, or we are going to discuss the Van Ussel B only in detail. First, this is our target molecule. This is a TM. TM means what? The target molecule whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule. In a retrosynthetic analysis, or in a retrosynthesis, as we know that we are going to use as a disconnection arrow. So retrosynthesis by definition an imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction which help us to reach the reactant starting from the target molecule is called as retrosynthesis. And there are different terms used in a retrosynthetic analysis, because this retrosynthetic analysis, the scientists are first disconnecting the bond on the paper, and then they are trying to find out which one is a better route, which one is the shortest route, or which one is the starting material available in the market, and by taking that precursor or the starting material which is commercially or readily available, economically profitable, and that starting from that they can work. They are trying to do the actual synthesis in the laboratory by taking proper reagent and the maintaining suitable reaction condition. So first, there are the probable ways of breaking as a bond. They are trying and they are finding theoretically which one will be the possible practically, because in the theoretical way they go on breaking as a bond, and the bond is, whenever they are breaking as a bond, they must have in their mind they can make that bond before breaking that bond, and then they are breaking, because if you know the process of making up that bond, then and then you can break it. Otherwise it is very difficult to break the bond without knowing to make that bond. So that is, and that's why there are some systematic way, or there are some laws we can say in a retrosynthetic analysis. So during that laws you have to keep in mind that laws are that rules, and then you can go backward starting from the target molecule and try to achieve the desired goal, whatever you wishing during that synthesis. So number of different terminologies or terms are used in the retrosynthetic analysis, and they are as it is. First one just now we have seen as a target molecule. Second one we have seen as a retrosynthetic analysis. It is one of the art of breaking the bond, or making that, breaking and making a bond. So that type of the science, or it deals with that type of the processes. And in a retrosynthetic analysis, by definition or by the statement, the process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and FGI, functional group interconversion, is known as retrosynthetic analysis. And this statement itself consists or involve two important terms. One, disconnection, and another one, FGI, functional group interconversion. Disconnection, it has a special arrow. The meaning of that arrow is could be made from. It is a backward arrow. On that arrow, the FGI, sometimes written as a FGI, functional group interconversion written on it, means the functional group interconversion means one of the functional group is converted into another functional group so that disconnection becomes possible. And disconnection means what? An analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a possible starting material is known as a disconnection, and it is a very important step in a retrosynthetic analysis, or what we can call it as a disconnection arrow. And that type of the terminologies generally used over there. Then synthon, synthetic equivalent, reagents, so that also terms are used and the day by day. Now, in a Vanucell B, again you find out these whether they are fulfilling these things or not. Carbon 13 framework, look at here. If you count the number of carbon atom, you will find there are 13 carbon atom present in the Vanucell B, means C13 frameworks are there. Look at here once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and the 30. There are carbon 13 framework or the skeleton is present over there. Now second one, 5-membered ring. How many 5-membered rings are present in Vanucell B? It is similar to as a Vanucell A. 5-membered rings are 5. Look at once again. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5-membered rings are present in Vanucell B. Now see here, 6-membered ring. How many 6-membered rings are present in Vanucell B? There are only 1 6-membered rings are present, similar to the Vanucell A. Now find out number of chiral center, and as we know that chiral center means 4 different group attached to carbon atom. That carbon atom is nothing but as a chiral center or the symmetric. If you label over here, look at, is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Then you can label it. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. You can label it over here. It is a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it is also as a chiral center. And see, is it a chiral center? Yes, is it a chiral center? Is it a chiral center? No. last one, even though it looks like this, but here hydroxy group and here some other groups are there, tertiary type of the second tertiary type of the carbons are over here, but here look at 1, 2 methyl group are identical, therefore that carbon atom is never chiral center. It is a achiral. Achiral means at least 2 group out of 4, 2 groups are identical and therefore it is a achiral in nature. And if you count the number of stars here we have labeled here, if you count the labeled carbon atom, you will find there are the 13 carbon atom. It means that there are 13 chiral centers present in the vanosol. Look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. There are total 13 chiral centers are present in vanosol B. Now find out the number of rings present in the vanosol B. It is once again same with vanosol A. Look at here, count here number of rings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 rings are present. Out of that 6 ring, one is a 6-membered ring which containing carbon-carbon double bond, cyclohexene type of the, as well as there is a one aldehyde group which is a more reactive group is present over there, because while the disconnection you have to observe the target molecule carefully, and the first point you should remember while disconnecting, find out, recognize the functional group in the target molecule. If you observe this structure carefully, you will find the number of functional groups present, means it is a polyfunctional molecules. Polyfunctional molecules, it is a very complex molecules, and all the natural molecule except some of them are complex molecules. And as we know that even though the compounds are very simple, but its orientation of the atom in the space are very, very different, and depending upon the orientation, how they are arranged in the space that decide the actual chemical and the physical property of that particular molecule. So that depending upon the relation, activity relationship, structure activity relationship, which is very, very important, or what we can call it as a major issue as far as the medicinal point of view, or that structure activity relationship is concerned, because nowadays the each and every point that structure, depending upon that structure, they are exhibiting that properties over there. So these are the some of the important, what we can call it as a point we have discussed over here, vanosol A and vanosol B. And now these are two structures, vanosol A and vanosol B, that is originally assigned structure. These are originally assigned structure. By using as a spectral data, they have assigned the stereochemistry and the structure of this originally assigned structure of vanosol A and vanosol B. Now once again let us see how more accurately or originally assigned stereochemically azine structure that we are trying to draw over here. Due to the limitation of blackboard over here, I am cleaning, and once again I am here. You have to imagine that two structures, these three arrow with equivalent, I am showing that structure once again over here. So this is a structure, stereochemical structure I am showing. This is a 5-membered ring. This is a first 5-membered ring I am showing over here. That is like this. This is a boat-like structure you might be observed over here, and here one of the group which is I am showing over here like this, and then here at this point there is a one of the acetyl group which is attached over here, that is also represented here like this, or you can represent that structure here. You can show that structure acetyl group, that structure should be goes below, that is OAC. This is a structure which we are showing here, that is O acetyl group, that is remains over there. And now rest of the hydrogen atom we can show like this. Here also as a one of the hydrogen atom, not here CH2, no need to write over here, but here is the hydrogen which is axial one. Here one of the hydrogen atom, there CH2, and this is further attached with this group, and then here this is one of the group which is I am showing over here, thick lines like this, and after this two side, let me draw 6-membered ring which is like this. Here 6-membered ring which I am showing over here, and now this is a 6-membered ring which I have shown over here. Here is a double bond, and after that here one of the hydrogen atom which I am showing, which I am representing, that is goes below the plane. At this junction also hydrogen atom, that also goes below the plane. Then at this corner point 6-membered ring, here I am going to show like this. This is the bond which I am showing over here, and after that there is a 4-membered ring over here attached. Then we can show here is a OR, and hydrogen atom should go below the plane. And here we can show the hydrogen atom, that carbonyl group should be below the plane. Then there will be this group I am showing over here like this, and there is a one of the bond below the plane. Then this is a group which I am showing over here, and then this is a another group where we can show here is a one of the group which of the then hydroxy group, then 2 hydrogen atom that goes below the plane. This hydrogen atom should be below the plane. One of the hydroxyl group is like this, here also as a one of the hydroxyl group. So, in this way here also one of the hydroxyl group, one over here, another here, and here we have shown one hydroxy group. Then here we can say, suppose as a 1 is equal to R1, R is equal to AC acetyl group, here R is equal to AC, then that structure is nothing but as a vanosol A. Vanosol A. If two group R is equal to hydrogen, then we can call it as a vanosol B. That is the structure of vanosol B, and this is the figure which represent originally assigned structure of vanosols A. This is a figure number 1. This is a figure number 1. Figure 1. Originally assigned. This is a originally assigned structures of vanosols A1 and B2, that is represented over here. So, I think with this we have seen a general characteristic of that vanosol A and B, and in our next lecture we will see the rest of the point about that vanosol A and B. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.